Today I want to talk about a timeless truth that resonates across generations, fields, and ambitions. Great things take time. Great things take time. And one of the most important truths we must embrace in our pursuit of success is that patience is essential for long-term achievements. In a world that thrives on speed and instant results, it is easy to fall into the trap of believing that success should come quickly. The pressure to achieve fast outcomes often leads us to underestimate the importance of perseverance and the slow, steady work required to reach our highest potential. But if we look at the stories of great achievers, we see that patience isn't just a virtue, it's a fundamental element in the journey toward greatness. The reality is that most of the time, we want things now. Whether it's a career milestone, a financial goal, or personal development, the desire for immediate results is pervasive. We live in an age where we can access information in an instant, receive feedback instantly, and even make purchases with the click of a button. This culture of immediacy can make us believe that anything worthwhile should also happen right away. But if you look closely at any significant achievement, whether it's a groundbreaking discovery, a monumental work of art, or an athlete breaking records, you'll find that these accomplishments were not the result of one lucky moment. They were the product of years, sometimes even decades of effort, trial and error, and dedication. Take, for example, the world-renowned scientist Thomas Edison. He is often celebrated for his invention of the electric light bulb, but the road to success was not quick or easy. Edison faced over 1,000 failed attempts before achieving the breakthrough that changed the world. The persistence he showed in the face of failure is a testament to the kind of patience that great things demand. Edison once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This attitude reflects a deep understanding that success is not immediate, it's built over time through relentless effort and an unwavering belief in the process. Had he given up after the first few failures, or even after the first few hundred, the world would not have the life-changing innovations that we take for granted today. The same concept applies to personal growth. Many people embark on self-improvement journeys seeking to become better versions of themselves, whether in their career, health, or relationships. However, these kinds of transformations don't happen overnight. It takes time to develop new habits, break old patterns, and fully integrate change into one's life. Someone who decides to get healthier, for example, doesn't see results after just a few workouts or weeks of eating right. Real, sustainable change takes months or even years of consistent effort. The body needs time to adjust, to grow stronger, and to build endurance. Similarly, a person's mindset must evolve over time. Positive thinking, emotional resilience, and self-confidence all require ongoing practice and reinforcement. Even in the world of business, success rarely happens quickly. Startups and entrepreneurs are often celebrated for their breakthrough products or services, but the path to success is typically filled with obstacles. Many successful businesses take years to reach their peak, and some never do. The companies we admire most today, like Apple or Amazon, were not built in a matter of months or even a few years. They required tireless work, continual adjustments, and sometimes painful setbacks before achieving their current status. Entrepreneurs often speak of the long hours, the failures, the doubts, and the sacrifices that shake their journeys. But those who are willing to be patient and persistent are often the ones who reap the rewards in the end. The stories of these entrepreneurs serve as reminders that greatness requires time, and success is not a matter of luck, but rather the outcome of sustained effort. The importance of patience is also crucial when it comes to developing skills or mastering a craft. Whether it's learning a musical instrument, perfecting a painting, or even becoming an expert in a particular field of study, the process of mastery is lengthy. It's easy to get discouraged when we don't see immediate progress, but the key is to keep showing up every day, even when the results are not yet visible. Famous musicians like Mozart, for instance, started composing music at a young age, but it took years of practice before they achieved their brilliance. Similarly, a painter might spend years honing their technique before creating a masterpiece. Mastery is the product of continuous effort, where every small step contributes to eventual greatness. It's also important to recognize that the very process of waiting and working over time shapes us as individuals. Patience builds resilience, character, and strength. It teaches us how to deal with disappointment, how to handle obstacles, and how to stay focused on the long-term goal. It's often in the waiting that we learn the most about ourselves and develop the qualities that enable us to achieve greatness in the future. Patience, then, is not just about waiting, it's about working while waiting. It's about staying committed, even when the immediate results are not visible. Knowing that each day's effort is a building block for success. It's understanding that the process is as important as the outcome, because it shapes us, refines us, and prepares us for the greatness we seek. So while we might be conditioned to expect immediate results, it's essential to recognize that the best things in life take time. Success, mastery, and transformation are built over time, and the patience we cultivate on our journey will be the foundation for our eventual achievement. Great things take time, and that time is an investment in our future. Great things take time, and one of the most profound truths about success is that growth and progress are often gradual. In a world that favors speed and quick results, it is easy to overlook how meaningful achievements are the product of incremental effort. We often want to see dramatic changes immediately, but the reality is that significant progress is built over time, step by step. When you take a closer look at any major accomplishment, whether it's a personal goal, a career milestone, or an innovation, you will find that it rarely happens in a single moment. Instead, it is the result of continuous, consistent effort that compounds over time. Think about the growth of a tree. It starts as a seed, so small and fragile that it seems almost insignificant. Yet, given time, the seed begins to sprout and slowly it grows into a sapling. Each day it absorbs sunlight, water, and nutrients from the soil, pushing upward inch by inch. Over weeks, months, and years, it continues to grow, becoming taller and stronger with each passing season. Eventually, it becomes a towering tree, admired for its strength and beauty. This gradual process is not rushed, nor is it instantaneous. It takes time for the roots to deepen, the branches to stretch, and the leaves to flourish. The same principle applies to any great accomplishment in life. Progress is often slow, but it is steady, and every small step contributes to a larger goal. When we look at the trajectory of successful people, we can see how growth and progress unfold gradually. Consider the story of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before becoming one of the most successful authors in the world, Rowling faced numerous rejections. She spent years writing and rewriting her manuscript, often struggling with financial hardships. The process of creating such an iconic story took more time than many of us might have the patience to endure. But each day she worked on her craft, she made incremental progress. It wasn't an immediate success, but over time, her persistence paid off. Rowling's story is an example of how great things are not the result of one lucky moment or a sudden breakthrough, but rather the culmination of countless small steps and efforts that build upon one another. Similarly, the process of learning and mastery is often a slow and steady journey. When we first begin to learn a new skill, whether it's playing a musical instrument, learning a new language, or developing a professional competency, the progress may seem almost imperceptible. At first, we struggle to make any noticeable improvement, and we may even feel discouraged by how much further we have to go. However, if we stick with it, we begin to notice gradual improvements. The first time you manage to play a song on the piano, it may sound disjointed and imperfect, but with consistent practice, your fingers become more fluid, your timing more precise, and your confidence increases. Eventually, you reach a point where playing the song becomes effortless, and the progress you've made feels tangible. It's the result of consistent, incremental practice. At every stage, the improvements may seem small, but together they lead to significant growth. This concept also applies in the professional world. No successful entrepreneur, scientist, or artist achieved their accomplishments without years of dedicated effort. Steve Jobs, for instance, didn't simply wake up one day with the idea for the iPhone. It was the result of years of innovation, experimentation, and learning from mistakes. He faced setbacks, challenges, and even failures along the way. But through constant growth and progress, he was able to create a revolutionary product that transformed the world. The incremental advancements he made, even in the face of adversity, were crucial to his ultimate success. In fact, gradual progress often carries more lasting value than quick achievements. When we experience growth over time, the lessons we learn along the way become ingrained in us. We build resilience, develop problem-solving skills, and adapt to challenges. These qualities not only help us achieve our goals, but also make us better equipped to handle future obstacles. Quick success, on the other hand, may leave us unprepared for the challenges that inevitably follow. It's the slow, steady growth that teaches us how to endure, how to keep going when things are tough, and how to appreciate the effort that goes into achieving something great. Even in the context of relationships, growth is gradual. Strong, lasting relationships are not built in a single day. They require time to develop trust, understanding, and shared experiences. When you first meet someone, you may not immediately feel the deep connection that you eventually build over months or years. It's through the steady accumulation of moments, conversations, shared experiences, and mutual support that bonds are formed. The growth of a meaningful relationship is a slow process, but the result is a connection that is deep and enduring. The key to understanding gradual progress is recognizing that it's not about making huge leaps every day. It's about committing to consistent, small actions that compound over time. The path to greatness is rarely a straight line. It's often filled with small adjustments, learning curves, and even setbacks. But each of these moments contributes to the larger picture. It's the consistent effort, day after day, that leads to significant results. In the end, the message is clear: great things take time because growth and progress are often gradual. Success isn't an event that happens all at once, it's a process that unfolds over time. It's the accumulation of small steps, the consistency and effort, and the patience to allow things to develop naturally. And when we embrace this slow, steady path, we not only achieve our goals, but also learn to appreciate the journey along the way. The best things in life, whether they're achievements, skills, or relationships, take time to build, and that's what makes them truly worthwhile. Great things take time, and one of the key elements that often accompany success is the inevitability of challenges. The journey to greatness is rarely smooth, and obstacles are an intrinsic part of any meaningful achievement. While we may yearn for a straight path to our goals, the reality is that challenges, whether personal, professional, or external, will always arise. What distinguishes those who achieve greatness from those who fall short is how they respond to and overcome these challenges. The key is to understand that these challenges are not roadblocks to success, but rather an essential part of the journey, shaping our character and refining our strategies for success. In the face of challenges, it's easy to feel discouraged and question the pursuit of our goals. It's natural to want to avoid difficulties, but the reality is that these challenges are often the very experiences that foster growth and resilience. Without adversity, there would be no opportunity to learn, adapt, or innovate. Think about the stories of great achievers throughout history. Many of them faced incredible obstacles, yet it was their ability to navigate those obstacles that ultimately led to their success. Take, for example, the story of Walt Disney. Before he created the Disney empire we know today, Disney faced numerous challenges, including bankruptcy, public failure, and rejection. He was even told he lacked creativity early in his career. Despite these setbacks, he remained persistent, constantly learning from each failure and continuing to pursue his vision. The challenges he faced weren't just obstacles, they were stepping stones that forced him to innovate and push the boundaries of what was possible in entertainment. Today, Disney is one of the most successful and influential companies in the world, but it was Walt Disney's ability to persist through hardship that allowed him to bring his dreams to life. Similarly, in the realm of science and innovation, many of the world's greatest discoveries were born out of perseverance in the face of adversity. Take Thomas Edison's famous journey to invent the electric light bulb. Edison faced thousands of failed attempts and was ridiculed for his persistence, but he continued to experiment and refine his approach. Each failure was a learning experience, and ultimately his ability to push through those challenges led to one of the most transformative inventions in history. Edison's story demonstrates that challenges are not a sign to give up, but an invitation to try harder, think differently, and keep moving forward. In personal development, the presence of challenges is equally important. Most people who strive for self-improvement face significant hurdles along the way, whether it's overcoming old habits, managing stress, or dealing with setbacks in their progress. These challenges can often feel disheartening, especially when we don't see immediate results. For example, someone attempting to lose weight or build muscle may encounter plateaus, temptations, or moments of self-doubt. But it is precisely through navigating these challenges that individuals develop mental fortitude and resilience. Learning how to manage setbacks and stay committed to long-term goals is an essential part of personal growth. It's through these struggles that we learn how to persist and, in the end, achieve lasting change. Challenges are also a key element in relationships. Building meaningful relationships takes time, and they are often tested by difficulties, misunderstandings, differences in values, or external pressures. The process of overcoming these hurdles together strengthens the bond and trust between individuals. It is through the trials that relationships grow deeper and more resilient. In fact, some of the most enduring relationships are those that have weathered the greatest challenges. Whether it's a friendship that survived distance or a marriage that withstood hardships, overcoming challenges together creates a shared history that deepens the connection. Moreover, challenges teach us important life skills. They teach us how to adapt, how to handle disappointment, how to persevere when the going gets tough, and how to view setbacks as learning opportunities. This mindset shift, seeing challenges as part of the process, not as obstacles, is essential for achieving greatness. The most successful individuals aren't necessarily those who avoid challenges, but rather those who approach them with a problem-solving mindset. They understand that every challenge presents an opportunity to learn, grow, and emerge stronger. Of course, the process of facing challenges is not easy, and it requires a certain level of mental toughness and resilience. It can be difficult to stay motivated and positive when things are not going according to plan. But as we grow and experience more, we learn that the obstacles we face today are often just temporary hurdles that can be overcome with persistence. And each time we face and conquer a challenge, we build greater strength and confidence, knowing that we are capable of handling whatever comes our way. In the end, challenges are not something to fear or avoid, but something to embrace. They are the proving grounds where we test our limits, refine our skills, and grow into the people we are meant to become. Without challenges, there would be no growth, no innovation, and no real progress. So as we strive for greatness, we must remember that challenges are an integral part of the process. Rather than seeing them as setbacks, we should view them as opportunities to push forward, adapt, and emerge even stronger. The ability to overcome challenges is what truly separates the successful from those who give up along the way. Greatness is born not from avoiding difficulties, but from facing them head-on and persevering through them. Similarly, in the context of building a career or a business, the need for consistency and patience is undeniable. Success in these areas is rarely the result of a sudden breakthrough. Instead, it's the accumulation of small, incremental achievements over time that lead to significant milestones. In the business world, for example, entrepreneurs often face years of struggle, failure, and persistence before seeing the fruits of their labor. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, didn't build the empire we know today overnight. In the early years, Amazon operated at a loss, and Bezos had to remain patient while his company grew and evolved. Over time, his consistent efforts, his ability to keep moving forward, and his commitment to his vision paid off in a way that no quick fix or fast-track strategy ever could. In personal growth, consistency and patience are just as important. Learning a new skill or transforming oneself takes time, and it's easy to become discouraged when progress is slow. Whether it's learning to play a musical instrument, picking up a new language, or developing emotional intelligence, these endeavors require consistent effort. For instance, when learning a new language, fluency doesn't come after 1 or 2 weeks of practice. It takes years of consistent study, regular practice, and a willingness to make mistakes. Without patience, the process can feel frustrating, and many give up before they ever reach fluency. But those who stay the course, who practice even when they don't see immediate results, are the ones who experience mastery over time. The principle of consistency also plays a vital role in health and wellness. Many people set out to lose weight, get fit, or adopt healthier habits, only to fall off track when they don't see quick results. It's easy to get discouraged when the scale doesn't budge or when progress seems minimal. However, the key to success in health and fitness is long-term consistency. 1 or 2 intense workouts may not make a noticeable difference, but regular exercise combined with proper nutrition over the course of months or years can lead to significant transformation. The same principle applies to building strength, flexibility, or endurance. Success comes not from short bursts of effort, but from consistent, sustained action over time. This is why patience is so crucial. It helps you push through the inevitable slow periods, knowing that results will come eventually if you remain consistent. Similarly, in relationships, consistency and patience are key. Building strong, trusting relationships takes time. Whether it's a friendship, a romantic partnership, or a family bond, the connection deepens and strengthens through consistent effort. Showing up for people, being reliable, and offering support in both good times and bad builds trust and strengthens bonds. These small acts of consistency create a foundation for lasting relationships. Likewise, relationships face challenges, misunderstandings, conflicts, and differing priorities that require patience to navigate. The ability to work through these issues with patience allows relationships to mature and thrive, just as it does with any other pursuit of greatness. It's important to remember that patience is not about sitting idly by, waiting for something to happen. It's about maintaining focus on your long-term goals, continuing to put in the work, and trusting that your efforts will eventually bear fruit. The key is to keep moving forward even when progress feels slow, and to remind yourself that great things take time. When you remain patient and consistent, success is not a matter of if, but when. In the end, consistency and patience are inseparable companions on the road to achieving great things. They form the backbone of success, allowing us to persist through difficult times, push past challenges, and continue to work toward our goals. Without them, the pursuit of greatness becomes far more difficult, if not impossible. But with consistency and patience, even the most ambitious goals become achievable, one steady step at a time. Great things take time, and one of the most important factors in achieving anything meaningful is the need for persistence and the ability to embrace the process. In today's world, where instant results are often expected, it can be hard to appreciate that the most valuable things in life, whether personal accomplishments, professional achievements, or lasting relationships, are not the result of a quick, one-time effort. They are built over time through consistent effort and an unwavering commitment to the long-term vision. This is why persistence is such a critical component of success. Without it, the path to greatness would be nearly impossible to navigate. A great example of the power of persistence can be found in the history of Thomas Edison, one of the most prolific inventors in history. Edison is often quoted for saying, "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration." This quote highlights the essence of persistence. Edison faced countless failures before he finally invented the practical electric light bulb, and many people believed his ideas were impossible. But his persistence, his refusal to give up, was what ultimately led to success. When his early attempts failed, Edison did not see them as setbacks. Instead, he viewed them as part of the process, as valuable lessons that brought him closer to the solution. His willingness to persist through failure and continue to refine his ideas exemplifies the importance of persistence in achieving great things. In the business world, persistence is equally important. Entrepreneurship is a long and challenging road, often marked by failures, financial difficulties, and obstacles that seem insurmountable. Many successful entrepreneurs have faced multiple rejections, setbacks, and even bankruptcies before eventually finding success. Steve Jobs, for instance, was ousted from the company he founded, Apple, only to return years later and lead it to unprecedented success. His ability to persist through personal and professional struggles, to stay committed to his vision even when faced with obstacles, was what enabled him to eventually revolutionize the tech industry. Jobs' persistence was not about never failing, but about failing forward, learning from each setback, and using it as a stepping stone toward achieving something even greater. Persistence is also a key factor in relationships. Strong, meaningful relationships are built over time and require constant effort. Whether it's with friends, family, or a romantic partner, relationships need care, communication, and consistency. There will be times of conflict, misunderstanding, or distance, but it is persistence that helps people overcome these challenges and build stronger bonds. Relationships that have endured over time are often those where both individuals have remained committed to the process of growth, compromise, and mutual respect. It's not about always agreeing or never facing difficulties, but about showing up consistently and continuing to nurture the relationship even when things get tough. The process of persistence also plays a key role in overcoming self-doubt and building self-confidence. When we are pursuing a difficult goal, especially one that takes time to achieve, it's easy to question whether it's worth it. We might wonder if we're capable of reaching our full potential or if we're just not cut out for success. In these moments, it is persistence that helps us to stay the course. It is the small, daily actions, the tiny steps forward, that accumulate and eventually lead to profound change. Every time we push through self-doubt and continue working toward our goals, we build our belief in ourselves and our ability to achieve great things. The key to persistence is understanding that the journey is as important as the destination. Great things take time, and the process of working toward a goal often teaches us more than the goal itself. Along the way, we learn about our strengths and weaknesses, develop new skills, and grow as individuals. The lessons we learn in the pursuit of greatness shape who we are and prepare us for the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Persistence is not just about sticking with something until it's done. It's about embracing the journey, learning from each step, and growing through the process. In the end, great things take time because they require more than just talent or luck. They require persistence, a willingness to keep moving forward, even when progress seems slow or when the finish line feels far off. The most successful people are not always the ones who have the greatest abilities, but the ones who are able to endure, to keep going even when the road gets tough.